Previously on Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Okay, what else did you see when you saw her? What's wrong, Kibo? Something bothering you?
Well...
I just remembered something. I think the whispering I overheard might be relevant to this case. You heard whispering? It would seem Kokichi and Miyu had made plans to meet each other.
Huh?
Meet each other?
Yes.
Kokichi was confirming the specific place they were supposed to meet. I couldn't hear the whole conversation, but I'm certain the rooftop was mentioned.
Well...
Strange, right? If they were planning to meet in the mansion's rooftop, why didn't Miyu volunteer to search the area around the chapel? Either way, she wouldn't have been able to get to the rooftop. That's true. Something is strange about all this. Welcome back, everybody. How's everybody doing today? We are going to continue Miyu's trial. We're going to find out who killed her. At the moment, I feel like Kokichi knows a lot more than he's telling us, which is always the case, I feel. He's always one step ahead of us. And I feel like Kibo knows a lot more too, because we did hear his voice when Suichi was with Tsugumi, and on the rooftop he kept looking at like the sliding roof that goes down when we're on the rooftop. So I feel like he's done something. He's definitely done something. The main question is, why did Miyu want to make herself a non-object so that she can pass through both, like through the right wall that she put, the new one that she put? Why? Really want to know why. And as always, I have no clue. I know in the other two cases, it was pretty obvious who killed whom. But I just want to believe in these kids. I just want to believe that they're good. But I know this is a killing game. Doesn't really work that way. But I have my hopes. You know, I can wish that they're good. But I know it's not how this works. So far, if I'm gonna just blind guess, I'm suspecting Kibo, whom I love. I love him so much. Even though he's a robot, I think he's so sweet. But I think he's done something that he can't necessarily take back. I don't know. Let's see if my guess is right. We will see. Poor Miyu. Poor thing. Looked like she really suffered. Her eyes are wide open and panicked. Yeah. What caused her to suffer like this? What was the cause of her death? We will soon find out. Okay, let's go out. Go to the trial grounds and start our case. I wonder if there's anyone to talk to. No. Anyone's here? No. Is there anyone here? I don't think so. What was the last one? It's like in real life, always the last one to arrive. That's me. Still nobody here. That's fine. In the last case, Kaito kept popping up everywhere I was and saying, "You can do it, Suichi." Like a creeper he is. He's such a creeper. But then again, he's dying. So maybe he just wants to talk to people a little bit more. Can't blame him. Alright. Oh. Shrine of Judgment. Oh my god. This room used to be so packed. It looks like that's everyone. This is everyone, huh? There's a lot less of us now.
It's plain to see.
This is just half of what we started with.
Unfortunately.
Because we allowed this game to continue, we must stop it somehow.
Right?
But we can't stop it now. We can't let the fun end.
Don't.
Cut it out. I'm certain this trial will be the last one.
Hey,
Let's focus on surviving this class trial first.
I guess.
You're right. If we mess up here, our numbers will go down even quicker. It'll just be the culprit left.
But
That might be okay. Maybe that's just another way to stop killing game. If we all die, the killing game would end.
what?
Don't say stupid crap like that. It's pointless if we all die.
Okay.
Well, we don't have to worry. We've got the ultimate detective on our side.
You're right.
Yeah, it's time for the sick detective to shine. Suichi, please keep up the good work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do my best. Yes, I have to keep it together. This is the only time my talent can shine. I'm not just saving my life. Everyone's life is on the line. If I can't find the truth here, everyone will be sacrificed. And I will never let that happen.
Come on, man.
Hey, Suichi, you're getting all tense.
Huh?
What?
I mean,
Didn't I tell you before? Suichi, don't carry the burden all.
You get it?
And didn't I tell you before not to get in the way, Kaito?
huh?
What's your problem?
Really don't get it.
We're all relying on Suichi to carry our asses through this trial, okay? You're like a parrot repeating the same lines over and over. You're bothering him.
Well, you know.
I think that's the most annoying thing you can do to Suichi. You know that?
Huh?
What do you mean? I'm not.
Shut up.
Kokichi, you're annoying.
Please don't.
Whoa, Killiger's glaring at me. I was only kidding around. Monkey's glare seemed to do the trick as Kokichi turned around, dejected.
Jeez.
Finally, that pest is gone. Thanks, Maki Roll. Just suck it up, Kaito. Now's not the time to be bickering with each other.
Got it.
My bad. Sorry. Kaito, I'm okay.
Well,
I know what you want to say, Kaito. You don't have to worry.
I believe in you.
I see. In that case, I'll believe in you. I won't say anything else.
Shuichi!
But if you have any problems, let me know. I'll help you. I'm here for you, bro.
thank you.
Okay, let's go down the line, starting here.
Hey, Shuichi.
We'll be depending on you this time too, Mr. Detective. Aw, thanks. Me certainly wasn't perfect, but that doesn't mean she deserved to be killed. No one deserves what happened to her. Not a single person.
That's so mean.
You must have a rough Suichi. That obnoxious guy is always bothering you.
Shuichi!
If you ever need my help, call me. I'll shut him up so he never gets in your way. Oh my god, Kokichi, shut up.
You.
You didn't forget, right? Remember who you are. Make sure you never forget that. I have to keep myself together. Now's the time to use my talent. Oh, I touched the monitor. Whoops.
I believe in you.
I'll believe in you, and I won't say anything else.
Shuichi!
If you have any problems, let me know. I'll help you. I'm here for you, bro. Tsumugi, what do you have to say?
Hey!
This time will really be the end. If not...
Going to do his best.
Going to not really understand what happened, but going to try real hard to be useful this time. Alright, I think it's everyone. I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Alright, let's go. Yeah. Let's do it. 8 of us got into the elevator. The door shut behind us. And like all those times before, we descended. No, it's only 8 of them. It was dead quiet. The only sound I could hear was the beating of my heart and my ears. My body was trembling. The more I tried to control it, the worse it got. There's no way to get used to it, really, the fear of death. We were all fighting it, trying to be courageous. We all felt as though we were going to our own execution. No, not an execution. A test of our will to survive. Finally, the elevator stopped and the doors opened. Though I couldn't explain it, my body stopped trembling.
Welcome!
Go ahead and stand behind in the open podium. Oh my god. Move your asses. You don't want to see what I'll do to you if you keep bother waiting.
Huh?
Wait, is he back to normal?
Why?
You not friend anymore? You jerks must feel pretty slick. You seem Monotaur's forgetfulness to befriend him. He just decided on his own that we were friends.
You bastards!
But I won't let you guys trick Monotaur anymore, because he's already forgotten. He may have forgotten that he was on Daddy's side. But now, he's forgotten that he had forgotten that he was on Daddy's side. Thanks to me, because I smacked the stuffing out of him. How confusing. Well, whatever.
Really?
I can't remember, but one of you guys is the culprit, right? I can't be in the same room as a killer. It's dangerous. I'm gonna lock myself in my room. Maybe even set up a barricade.
Yeah.
That's another death flag.
Anyway,
Let's get started. The heart-racing excitement as a black and as the spot. I can't talk. Let's get started. The heart-racing excitement as a black and then the spotless face-off. We went to our podium as always. We knew what we had to do. There was no protest left in us. It's already the 4th time. The 4th class trial was about to begin. Oh no! Miuruma, the ultimate inventor. She may have given us a lot of trouble, but we all miss her. It's a tragedy after all. She helped me and Kaede with those cameras, gave Kibu extra functions. In the end, she had done a lot for us. It's true. And the culprit had killed her. Is one of us! Oh gosh. Word for word. I need to discover who that is. In order to survive, I have to find the culprit. And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this cast trial.
now then, let's begin with a basic explanation. Screw it. This is tiresome.
You need more motivation.
I do. I really, really do. Now then, let's start this class trial. Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left. What happens if the votes result in 2 first places? Huh? You mean like a tie? It means they're both the blackened, as long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually?
Wait, so does that mean they both die? Even if one of them is potentially innocent?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
Oh wait, no, I forgot Kokichi and Monokuma made a deal, so you probably did that on purpose. Because that question came out of nowhere, Kokichi, so you probably planned it.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it? We can't die here!
Yeah, Himiko.
Oh my! Himiko has become so determined! It's true! People really do change!
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
That's none of your business!
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify.
Kaito's the culprit!
What? Say that to my face!
He did.
While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit!
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Mew.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
The fact that Kaito was the only one logged out is suspicious. But he's not the culprit. He can't be. Alright, let's go.
Kaito logged out first, by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
First, we need to decide if Mew was killed in the real world or the virtual world. That's where the problem lies.
Kaito logged out first, by himself. Mew was still logged in, though.
Okay.
That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
Wait, how do
The
you...
culprit was trying to pin the blame on me.
How do you... Sorry.
That diversion was part of your plan,
Wait,
right, Kaito?
wait. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, okay, so he didn't kill her that time.
Kaito, any last
She
words?
died at 6:30. He died at... I mean,
What
he
do you
logged
mean,
out
last words?
earlier.
Kaito logged out first, by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
That's wrong!
Mew wasn't killed by poison, and the warning on the label proves it. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Mew's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Then what was that poison for?
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Mew died by poison.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
Mew's real cause of death, the only one I can think of. Or Avatar
This is it!
probably died.
Mew's cause of death was the killing game simulator itself. In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock. That was made clear in the program's text file.
Miu received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gonta has question. Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
Oh, he's so precious.
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
Aww.
If Miu was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
Oh, it seems like Gonta is confused. So why don't we review things a bit? So we split into 2 groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Samugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Miu.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation? That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
Let's begin then.
The fatal damage that Miu received in the virtual world. Let's pin that down.
In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whatever did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Could she have drowned?
To determine a specific cause of death. I think it's the strangulation.
In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured.
So I probably have to
Let's focus
agree
our
with
efforts on that first.
Whoever
Maki.
did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more.
No, that thing blocked
It's
me.
possible she was pushed from a great height.
That's okay.
Could she have drowned?
No.
In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Blunt force was involved. I think strangulation is more likely.
I agree. Miu's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Miu was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely. Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she's suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation. Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Miu was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Oh, the Assassin Master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world? If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
Something for a rope. I have an idea what it might be. I found it during the investigation. Toilet paper.
This is it!
Right, can't break.
During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion.
Is this toilet paper? What would toilet paper be doing here?
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that! What you mean, Shuichi?
Huh? What's wrong?
What, wrong? Shuichi goofing off! Not gentlemanly at all!
You probably think toilet paper is impossible or
No
unpossible
time for nonsense!
because it's too soft.
No can use toilet paper in place of rope!
I know.
Would tear too easy! Even Gonta know that, and Gonta not smart!
No,
He's so precious.
I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
You died such an awful death. So why you not take this seriously?
What I
Call
am.
yourself ultimate detective? Use your head! Figure out real murder weapon!
No, I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
There's no time for nonsense!
Okay, where's his phrase?
No can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy!
I'll cut through your words!
More thing, he still doesn't understand a virtual world.
The toilet paper wouldn't tear. Because in a virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
Breakable?
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
Gonta not really understand, but... Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
No, it wasn't.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
Me neither.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it to destroy the evidence.
If the culprit meant to get rid of the evidence, they did a poor job of it. There was a much better place where it could have been destroyed.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Miyu. Who do we know who brought that hammer?
That's it! Mew was the one who brought the hammer.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
I rewrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that can be used as weapons.
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
On purpose?
But why'd she do that?
Mew brought the hammer for sure. But what does she need it for? We need to make that clear.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to
Oops,
do?
sorry. Whoops.
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer. Gonta, no! Mew gonna build stuff with hammer!
She probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone and tried to kill them with it.
You idiot! She was the victim!
What was Mew planning to do with the hammer? That's still unclear. I need to think back to what she was doing, what her plan
Let's
was.
assume that Mew brought the hammer.
Okay, it's this one.
What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer. Gonta, no! Mew gonna build stuff with hammer!
She probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone.
I agree. Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
Mm-hmm. With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Mew called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
Kokichi's already figured it out. She was planning to...
That's it.
Yeah.
She was trying to kill Kokichi.
She was what?
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer. If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Mew's plan, okay?
Mew's plan, huh? Sure, if we analyze the clues we found, I can figure something out. Alright, let's do it. Psyche taxi. Oh, this is so weird. Alright. Yeah, to divert attention. Okay.
She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
She did that too?
She did that?
What? Mew was the one who put that poison bottle there? No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that. When could Mew have put the poison there?
She was the last one
If
to
she
log
did
out,
place
log
the poison
in.
without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
And then what? She logged back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then Mew couldn't have placed the poison.
Then who put poison bottle?
The only person who logged out early was Kaito.
Kaito, your grave just got 10 feet deeper!
No, it wasn't me, guys.
If the poison is planted evidence, the question is when it was planted. If we determine the when, then we might also determine the who.
When could Mew have put the poison there?
Okay, I think it's when Kaito
If
says
she
the
did place
statement.
the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
Unless I agree with
Then
him
what?
about logging
Log
out.
Back in?
She didn't log out
Kokichi,
earlier. She
weren't you
logged
in the
in
salon around that time?
last.
Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then you couldn't have placed the poison. That's wrong!
It was Mew who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair. She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
Is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
That's right. It says that Mew was the last of us to log in.
Yeah, what about it?
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
That right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
This was all part of Mew's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
Well, that's not my fault.
Oh, I think that is what she did. Because she purposely logged him out.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
Oh my gosh.
So she did that to me?
Yes, I'm positive of that. Mew used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually.
How did Mew log Kaito out? The, where is it?
This is it! It was the cell phone found by Mew's avatar. That cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs users in and out. I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
Kaito Momoda. He logged out, just as I thought.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time.
But Mew never mentioned a cell phone, right?
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
So, she really was planning a murder.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion. Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting. Don't you agree, Monokuma?
Do I? I don't know about that.
He's definitely acting that way on purpose.
Huh?
For sure.
Wait, what were we talking about?
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
Yeah! If Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy. Huh?
Mommy?
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
What you mean?
Because she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know. She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted. And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
Then the reason Mew was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
You guys only bitching because you haven't been to the virtual world yet. Once you go, you'll understand. Seriously, it's so fucking awesome. I know you guys love it. And then you're gonna fall in love with me for showing it to you guys. So, let's just dive right in, okay? We'll do it together.
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend. See? That's an ideal fun situation! Now we can start a real class trial!
Hey, Kokichi sorta sound like Monokuma.
Yeah.
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward! Aren't you gonna do something?
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right? Hoo, 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 hoo. There, I did it.
He's completely lost his drive! Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame!
My head!
Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue. If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die, you know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Huh? My story?
You were meeting with Miu, but she ended up as the victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Miu.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
But isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
I remember. You and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locked the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Oh, I see.
He's like,
I didn't realize that.
that's true. This does make it more interesting.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Miu's death.
Truth?
There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first.
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game. Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Miu who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Miu sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
Oops, my hand slipped.
If that's the case, then Miu might not have even gone to the roof.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
It's true. First, we need to determine if Mia was actually there or not. Did she go? Or was she never on the roof at all?
Mia was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Mio should have been at the chapel. If you look at where her avatar fell, it's right next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
So, her meeting with Kokichi...
She stood me up!
At first glance, it seems as if it's impossible for Mia to go to the mansion. But there has to be some evidence that shows it was possible.
Mia was waiting for me to arrive.
Okay, I need someone's
Sure, she was waiting on the
response.
rooftop of the mansion.
No, Mio should have been at the chapel.
Okay, this one. This one. Yes, that one.
That's wrong!
Yeah, because Tsumugi saw her outside a dining room window.
Mew must have gone to the mansion. We have a witness.
Yeah, when I was searching the dining room, I saw Mew pass by the window.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Sorry, I thought I was just mistaken at first, since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
There must have been some special method only Mew knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene, just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called a secret method for a reason.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-okay.
What?
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time. This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
Shut up!
I don't have time to deal with Kokichi right now. I need to focus on the case. I'm positive that Mew used some kind of special method to get to the mansion. Okay, I just have to figure out what it was. I know what it is. I just never know where to start with these things. And then I mess up. Wall
Way
added.
across it only Mew knew about.
That one?
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna agree
Or
with her.
Instead of bridge,
But I want to see what everyone else
some
says.
kind of vehicle to go over.
Or maybe she teleported with magic.
I don't
Or
think
she used
so.
the warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get across.
Oh, probably this one.
Suppose it is possible she used that to change places.
Man,
Okay,
you
so I
guys are way off.
probably have to agree with
Or
Kibo.
maybe I'm just pulling your legs.
Secret method only Mew knows. She tampered with the program. It's hard to imagine that has nothing to do with it. I'm sure she changed
Way
something.
across it only-
Or instead of bridge, we use some kind of vehicle to go over. Or maybe she teleported with magic. Or she used the warp zone. Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
Mew could use to get across.
I agree.
Yay!
That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
Was there really?
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found two such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel. We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass through.
Don't be naive, Shuichi.
What is it, Kaito?
He popped out of nowhere. What?
Jeez, and you set up a weird wall like that? That is suspicious, but it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Embrace the wall. I know, he just totally rejected it.
Nothing to do with it.
Huh. You don't even realize your mistake? Are you losing your edge? Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
He's probably like, that's impossible. She can't add a wall.
What we gotta figure out is how Mew got from the chapel to the mansion. So why waste time talking about it's pointless? We gotta take a whole new approach here.
Now, wait just a second. It's not actually impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only
Oh,
lets
damn it.
non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all. You get it? So let's go through this one more time.
Okay, I know which one to click.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an wall.
I'll cut through your words. The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says.
Yeah,
I
Kaito.
already told you. The more you try, the more you cause us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all.
It totally bothers him.
It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Okay.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through,
Then her secret route was through that wall?
that's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map. I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But
Bet she
even if
did.
she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage? Because Mew said...
No, you're not trapped here. Beyond that wall is the end of the world. Literally. Past that wall, nothing exists. Everything ends there. She's lying.
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
You lied.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall. She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
You're so mean to her, even after she's dead. Oh my god, Kokichi.
You don't have to go that far.
Exactly. Jeez.
Don't badmouth Mommy!
Mama Taro?
Oh, he remembers.
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore. But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Whoops, Monophony.
You're lucky you're cute.
Was Kokichi saying all that stuff about Mew to get the cubs to reveal something? I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program? If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
The events that led us there. What strange occurrence happened in the virtual world? Loud noise.
This is it! You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
Huh? What? What was that sound? It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but...
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point. Did that sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
For now, let's go outside and check. Oh no! What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close.
You heard my voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something, pretending not to know.
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, Gonta not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Another mysterious phenomenon. Something that shouldn't be possible, like Mew in a mansion or that loud noise. I need to remember everything else that happened in there. What the heck? Okay. Another one of these. I don't think it's that one. I think it's this one. Okay. This one.
I see it! The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river.
Whoops, my hand slipped.
We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused by how a sign got there. I should remember exactly what happened with that sign. Alright, here we go. Again with the Psyche Taxi? This is such an odd minigame. Compared to river's current, which way the signboard float? Right. With the current. No. Oh my gosh. Okay. It was against the current? Really? I totally thought I was with the current. My bad. Really? Alright, alright.
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current. We all saw Mew drop the sign and watch the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct? It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there. But that's not where we found it. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river. Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic. We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what. All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
I don't know, but Shuichi should know, right?
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
So, how are they connected? Do you know Shuichi?
Well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
What clues relate to an unnatural way the signboard was carried to the river? Loud noise? What clues related to unnatural way the signboard was carried on the river? I'm gonna say this one. You could probably prepare that too, but there should be something else related to know the signboard was washed away. Signboard is non-human, right? This one.
This is it!
It might have to do with a wall that only objects can pass through. The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through...
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through. That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
That's right, that's the real issue here. How could the signboard pass through the wall but end up on the mansion's side? What would explain that?
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
Thanks, Kokichi. What?
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
Okay.
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Kokichi might be onto something there. We need to forget about what we know and just think about how did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focusing on the flow of the river. It's teleported. Downstream, upstream connect.
That's it! What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel. It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
Wait, in that case.
I got it.
I know
why Mew only set up one wall.
What are you talking about now?
The reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls. One of the walls was already there. So she put in another wall? What was the point of that?
I was wrong.
Alright. They're exact duplicates. God damn it. Okay, fine. This is what I really wanted to pick. I was just tricking y'all.
That's it. The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
The same wall?
It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world. The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us...
Shh, it's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch! If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
The secret? Yes, I suppose we should clear that up. We just solved the mystery of the virtual world. Oh man, I don't know what to select. I don't know what to pick. This one. Oh my god, it was. This one. This one. This one. World. So this one? And what's the other word? I don't know. Oh my god. World loop? Oh. So it is world loop.
Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop.
Loop?
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example, when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
The virtual world loops?
What in the world?
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream, and floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
A looping world. That's more extraordinary than even magic.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happened.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the map loading point.
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes, but first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Where the loop starts. Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop...
Probably starts here.
There! The map loading point was where the virtual world looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map. But the loading point was actually at the edges.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather, her wall was at the center of the world.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And any sound emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
That's right! That's how the virtual world works!
Impressive, Shuichi! For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
You're so crazy.
For you to get this far, what are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember? Mew also set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center, which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
You're welcome.
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Kokichi talking like Monokuma again.
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
What is Kokichi's plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaito on purpose. Well, there's no times for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Miu. It doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve, if we can't find the culprit, it would all be for nothing. But I still don't know for sure who it could be. Who used Miu's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Miu? Intermission. So, we found out so far that Miu was trying to kill a Kokichi. Which, damn. I can't, okay, I can see it. Because she doesn't like Kokichi probably. Because Kokichi is always so mean to her. But to discover that Miu was going to do it, like, I really liked Miu. I maxed out my relationship with her. She was cool. She was a cool gal. And for her to try to leave by herself, because that's what happens if you kill someone and you become the Blackened. If the class trial doesn't determine you're a Blackened, you get to leave scot-free while everyone else dies. So, like, I wonder what her motive was. Like, why does she want to kill Kokichi and leave by herself? I really thought she liked this. I thought she was connecting with us, you know? Yeah. I thought she was connecting with us. But you never know someone for real until the very end, like in all Danganronpa games. So we'll see who killed her this time and who the real killer is and why they did it. Okay. Bye guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.